Oh, hi. It's Julie at Love's Beginning. And today, what I have to talk about is ask for translation. So, more and more, it just goes deeper and deeper, just asking Spirit for everything, every word, every action, everything, and noticing anytime I feel anything off, any tension, it's because I'm trying to run things from ego. So the metaphor that was given to me was children playing with dollies will sometimes scold them. And then my attention's drawn to when I have that energy, wanting to scold anyone or anything, myself, somebody else, even some object. If an object's not working for you and you want to scold it or kick it, or that energy, anytime that energy comes up, I'm encouraged to see it as I am playing with dollies. So if you're looking at children playing a game with dolls, you don't take it seriously at all. And when something happens in the game that seems tragic or upsetting or funny or happy, it's all pretty much the same thing. They're just playing the game and different things are happening in the game. So that's the way I'm told to look at it. And I'll sense reluctance right away because I think the egoic self is in charge of being compassionate or being nice or keeping things safe, in terms of, being with children and stuff. And so this is what I'm really being urged to look at, is that I don't want the egoic self in charge of that. But when I'm looking at not taking the game seriously, and looking at this energy of scolding as it's within this game that is not very serious, that we've taken so seriously, um, there's some reluctance there. So I have some willingness to let that reluctance be washed away for me. So the other thing that was my attention was drawn to was think of all the characters you meet or think of as dollies. You have been playing with these dollies. Actually, I was today. I was playing Barbie with my daughter, and it was not serious at all. And there was no being careful about what we're doing or saying in the game. And so I'm encouraged to just take this playful energy and apply it to what I'm experiencing in the day to day. And what comes up for me is a lot of caution and doubt and uncertainty. I don't know about that. Like, I like the metaphor intellectually, I like the metaphor, but the doubt and uncertainty is being exposed there. So I was told sometimes you scold these dollies in thought using words or through facial expressions or body language. And this is true. And I can feel when I'm really in the setting of believing the game has significance. When you strike a pose or an attitude, or you're sure somebody is wrong, or you want to list off in your mind the ways in which somebody is incorrect, it's all meaningless and irrelevant in being told. Being right in the game means nothing. It means nothing. But being happy in the game means everything. And we always have access to what brings happiness to the game. And further, we are that happiness, and so is everybody else. But we're so caught up in the game. If I go out and I look at people and talk to people and I'm not feeling this happiness from them, or I just think of people and I'm not feeling this happiness, that's on me. That's the extent to which I'm attached to the game, taking the game seriously, and not allowing it to just be run by that which is very kind. So it's like, take your hand off it. Don't try to control it. Don't try to run it. Don't try to use it for any reward or any end or anything you think you want. Just allow it to be played in a very kind way by spirit, which is what you are, which is what everybody is. So the idea of thinking you can extract anything good from the game, that goes away. But also the idea that the game I could extract like danger or harm or damage from the game, that goes away too. And I find myself very cautious about giving up the fear, very cautious about giving up the protectiveness, trying to keep myself safe. There's a lot of caution there. So I think that's the next candidate for the set of thoughts that's going to be exposed and washed away, and I hope not too painfully. I hope I'm learning as I go along, not to let it be too painful. So about the scolding attitudes we have toward the other dollies or toward ourselves, Spirit says, let her rip, meaning don't scold the dollies like the child is like, Dolly, you shouldn't have done that. Let the whole monologue unfold in my mind. Let the whole monologue be written on paper or typed out on the screen. Just let the monologue about what all the problems are, how you want to scold someone or talk about something, let it all come out. And that reminds me of the work of Byron Katie of the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, where you just get it out on paper. You don't say it to somebody like you think it's true, the way you're judging them and all the problems you think they've caused and everything you think they're responsible for, because in your heart it isn't true. You're just getting it out so you can look for it. So look at it. So I got that reminder. Do let it out. Don't suppress it. Don't hide it. Don't hide from it. Get it out in some way. Tell Spirit in my mind, or write it down. Then the step I was given that felt like a new step is hand it to me, to Spirit. Hand it to Spirit for translation, which I've never been told to do that way, in that particular way. It still reminds me of the work of Byron Katie. So, for example, if I'm thinking she should see me, I was thinking in a context like online that somebody should have noticed me or recognized me, or I can't quite remember exactly, but I had this idea that I wasn't recognized. So it was like she should see me was the idea. And when I give it to Spirit for translation, then what Spirit gives back to me is I can see Spirit in her. If I'm thinking she should see me, I'm thinking I want her to, any person, anybody, to see my personality self and admire that. Complete waste of time because the personality self is a fiction. It doesn't exist. It doesn't give me any reward. It might give me a temporary satisfaction, but it's also giving me an attachment to that false identification that is going to bring pain. That false identification is pain. So she should see me. What me is there to see? There's only one of us. So that becomes I can see Spirit in her, or she can see Spirit in me, or finally Spirit can see me. Who else do I need to see me? Just Spirit. Spirit always sees us. So trying to get the rewards and the attention in the world doesn't work. But whatever critical statement I give Spirit, Spirit will translate it. And I think I used to take the approach that I had to do it. I had to figure out where the thinking was wrong and put it right. But more and more I'm seeing, no, I only have to give the thinking over to Spirit. I just have to give it to Spirit. And Spirit will give me whatever thinking I need to replace it. I don't have to do that work. I mean, we all are Spirit. So it's more of a handing over and allowing, which makes things easier. It gives us less to do, and I appreciate that. So I hope your week has gone well, and I will see you next time. Thanks.